It is hot, it is humid, and it is louder by the hour. Let's get our super session underway. And on the way off the boot of Lavena Favuru, whose kickoff was received and eventually finds Camille Grassino at the base of that rock, and Yolene Yengo wastes absolutely no time in getting going. She's hurled forwards through the tackle, but the placement's excellent, and Ayane Gesson, who has been a replacement for so much of this event, decides that she is going to take her starting berth and literally run with it. What a splashdown, what a slam dunk from France's 88.
Oh, Ayane Gesson selling the dummy on sale. Everybody bought it. Look at that, all over track, step back, such quick feet. Backs herself, looked like she was heading towards the corner, and just as she realized those that were behind her, chasing her down, weren't there anymore, turned her eyes to the posts, makes it an easy 5 and potentially an easy 7.
Yolene Yengo, who's been pinpoint all weekend long, adds the extras. It's 7-0 in the space of 60 seconds. And Ayane Gesson, who plays her club rugby for Toulouse, with a swerve and a score which would make Antoine Dupont blush. Kickoff didn't quite go 10 there, and it was a French hand to it first, so Fiji will have the ball.
I think we're going to see a ton of swap of possessions in this match. Two teams that love their offloads. Fiji, perhaps not as much as we would have wanted to see from them this weekend, but we've kind of had like a turbulent weekend, but when things have started to click, they've clicked well.
Getting us back underway is Anna Maria Naimasi. Now this is Tyler Wilson, who's well wrapped up and driven backwards. We haven't given enough plaudits to these two sides' defence so far in Singapore, Layla, because the reason that they find themselves in this situation is, of course, the ability to hold sides out as well as to score against them. France's has been thunderous, and as I say that, the blue waves part. And these two sides trading cruises beneath the sticks early doors. It's Adivani Bulecki with her 3rd score in Singapore.
Yeah, we said it's going to go punch for punch here. Look how they look to get it wide. Adivani Bulecki just stands still, and then with the quick feet looks like it's a Kimber on the outside sit, and she only had eyes for one target. That was straight behind the try line.
Didn't she make it look easy? Such an effortless runner. Anna Maria Naimasi makes it a level game with 3 minutes gone. Favuru sends this one long, and the bounce is vertiginous, but it's no problem for Marie Dupuy, who carries and then also gets the chicken wing offload away for good measure. Rugby worthy of a super session from both of these sides right about now. Grassino fizzes it to Gesson. France still struggling to exit, still pinned in their 22, but Gesson finds Grassino. The chase is on, reaching, clutching in desperation. That looked to have just gone forwards. It did, Akamba gathers. Desperate defence from Fijiana, just as we saw at the death against Japan yesterday in their quarter-final.
Yeah, when they step up well. Daveua, the captain today, running, chasing Grassino, tried to get the tap to Delaware. Look at that, Grassino tapped down, but then not getting out of the clutches of Daveua.
On your hooker, please. Bind onto your hooker, please. Crouch! Bind!
Fiji's put in. They've got Naimasi on the blind side, but she's lurking ominously behind the scrum, so they might well look to really fizz this wide. They've earned the penalty at the set piece, and looking to go quickly is Favuru, but not on her mark.
On your marks, get set, go, and she wanted to go. She's got to get the mark first.
It's a false start. Judges have ruled. It's a false start. We'll have that one again. Well, perhaps for the best, because that was some kick. Excellent field position here for Fiji.
Fiji's not had a lot of possession across the weekend. That's kind of been the downfall of their players, just not having ball in hand. But you've seen as they've kind of progressed throughout the weekend, they've gotten hold of ball, kept ball possession, protecting their possession.
Tavuru finds Wilson, who had to adjust her reach there to gather that one.
Me to scrum for white.
I actually think that Chaudhry, our referee, might have done Fiji a favour there by getting them back that scrum.
Absolutely. Yeah, sometimes things just really go your way. Chips fall in your favour. Wilson just dropping it off, just short of Tavuru.
I need you to get bind up, okay? And don't drive up.
They've got the scrum now, far left hand side, full open side to play with as well. The feed's going to come from the left-hand side, so hopefully get it in quick in, quick out. But the forwards of the French are actually so strong as well. They put you under so much pressure at scrum time.
Far sides down. Time off, please. I need you to get your bind up, okay? I'm really working on your bind up. Stay up.
Who? Me?
Hit and hold. Let's go. Time's off.
Tavuru is actually just telling it is you. You got to get back. Get on your mark.
Time on, crouch!
This is France's third place playoff of the season. They won in Dubai, they lost in Hong Kong. This to split the difference. And Fiji haven't found themselves in this position since Toulouse in 2022 when they triumphed. Such width on that pass, too much width on that pass, but didn't Elisapeti Dalaiwa do brilliantly to keep hold of it? Over the ball like a limpet is one of the French forwards, and now it's out on the wing with Marie Dupuy. It's far from a clear run for the try line though, because Fiji scrambling effectively in defence as Okemba finds Nason. Jason screaming for it in the midfield, and she sets off, head up, eyes alight, finds Lotoz on the little switch, and Lotoz eventually gets the offload onto Nason. Fiji's turn to win the steal.
You're in front of the mark, you got to take it behind the mark, please.
Another false start.
Scrum.
But you can't blame them. They want to play quickly, want to catch the French on the back foot while they're still retreating. Looks like it's Tavuru that wanted to go. Now they kind of play a more structured play. This is how rugby IQ increases throughout a weekend, is understanding when to go quickly, when to take your time. Looked like they were in for all money, really had some momentum on their side. Adivani Buleki gets over, so strong. First one in to steal the ball.
Come up.
But they're still in their own half, the Fijians. Tavuru's got to find the jumpers, and hopefully this goes better than the other one.
It certainly does. Although throw deemed crook.
Scrum line out.
France have a decision to make here, and they opt for the scrum. We are well into the final play of this first passage. This to potentially give one side a little bit of wiggle room as we head to the sheds.
9. Over here. Crouch. Bind. Early Fiji. Early.
France get it back. Fiji engaging a little bit early. And Jason is on the shoulder of Nason and bouncing off shoulders of Fijians. And Nason has it again with a fend and an offload. And Okemba with a finish that we will need to check, but might just have been an absolute perler.
I have grounding. We're going to check the try line here. Touch line. TMO. Try or no try, please.
I think she's done enough, Claire. That was great defensive work that's come in, but the ball's just gone down. That
you can award the try, Mo.
Left foot is in play. So, Serafina Kemba, the captain this weekend. We've seen it across the whole weekend. We've seen them do it before. The ball came out of that scrum. Well, they didn't get the scrum. They got the short arm tap and go really quickly, and then it was purely just get balls spread out wide. You know the kind of power you possess in those wider channels in Serafina Kemba, and she's not going to disappoint.
A 6th for Serafine for the weekend, and it was a testing conversion, 2 testing for Yolaine Yengo, but it has given France a foothold in this one. They lead at the break by 12 points to 7. You can see off the Wallabies, they will secure their core status on the series next season. The USA are sitting on, watching anxiously So much rides on those 14 minutes of rugby here at the Singapore National Stadium. Quite a lot riding on the next 7 minutes here because Fijiana are looking to cement their best finish of the season so far. Well, they've got that already. The side who've just won themselves a penalty. But what it would mean, Layla Arison, to finish amongst the medals for the first time in 2024.
Oh yeah, things have started to click this weekend. But that's what comes from playing a series, having all those tournaments behind your belt. You learn, you try and adjust, you try and get things right. And look at that, almost stuck for the Fijians, but they really have come out and give us a showing.
And again, it is Serafino Kemba, captain for the weekend, leading from the front defensively. So many tackles and forcing that knock on there.
Oh, she's been all over the place. Attack, defense. You know, you think you've got an around her and she just never gives up. She's really got a never say die attitude. She's been wearing that captain armband with pride this weekend. Everything on the line and
early, White.
Playing with so much heart as well.
Crouch!
And bagging the try that gave France this slender lead. It's 12 place 7.
Set!
Third place in Singapore on the line as Nason feeds that blue tractor. Gets it away clean as a whistle. Dupuy, so evasive. And speaking of evasive, and speaking of Serafino Kemba, well, she's in 7th heaven. 7 for the weekend. She has simply sparkled in this event.
Oh, Serafina Kemba, you can't stop talking about her. But look at Marie Dupuy. Really goes. Looks like she's going to take up all the width for Serafina Kemba. Thought she might have held on too long, but held on just long enough. Waited for the outside defender to turn her hips, turn her shoulders. And as soon as she saw that, she knew she could release a Kemba.
Yes,
so France 17-7 with the kick to come, courtesy of Yolaine Yengo. Oh, close but not quite. The gap will remain at 10 with just under 5 minutes to play. Layla, what have you seen from Fiji this weekend in particular that has allowed them to reach these unprecedented heights in Singapore?
I think freedom. They really came in. They started playing with freedom, started expressing themselves, and usually that's what coaches say in your last or second last tournament, but last one as a decider is really to go and express yourself, play the kind of rugby you know you want to play, make yourselves proud before anything else. And I think as a nation, as Fiji, they really have done that. They've come up, they've stepped up to the plate, and I think they've done most of what the coaches asked for them.
White's gone up to catch the ball, it's knocked it on, and then it's landed on a blue player, and blue player has White's to back space. Contact in the air by blue, penalty only. Right over here? Okay. It's contact in the air by blue, it's a penalty.
Well, it looks to be a pinpoint kickoff from Yengo, but actually infringing in the air. Means that Fiji will have the ball back and with fresh legs to employ as well.
White 1, 3, and 20.
Just caught in two minds there was Lou Noel. Wanted to go into the air and then saw the Fijian leaping and then taking her out. So penalty against France. Time is off though.
Just wait for the whistle, okay?
I'll tell you what, the last thing you want to see, Layla, towards the end of a long weekend of sevens in baking heat and high humidity is fresh Fijians arriving onto the field. Full of running, full of ambition. 10 points to make up.
I think Jess over here. White, take the line. The line. Ladies, the line.
What's curious is they haven't managed one offload yet. Have you seen a discernible shift in tactics?
Yeah, I think it's more structured play. So what you do is if you know this other side has that kind of game plan, you go and you do the exact opposite, frustrate them, because the slower you make the game for Fiji, the more you frustrate them and force them into errors.
Down cleanly from the top by Laisana Likutheva, one of the 5 Fijians who were in that squad in Toulouse when they won a bronze medal back in 2022. They've 4 minutes to reach those heights again, but they won't if they're going to knock the ball on like that and feed Lou Noel Riviere, who has been prolific in Singapore. She offloads to Yengo, who's got options to her right, but she won't use them. She opts instead to take the contacts. Grassino punching well above her weight with the clean out, but it's stripped and turned over, and Fijiana with a chance to counter. Here they come, and Serafino Kemba has got acres of open prairie to defend. only they fluff their lines as they ship it out wide, just allowing Grassino to head back inside, regroup themselves and force the forwards pass. Exemplary from France.
Up in the faces, making those hits, getting in and forcing errors. That's what we spoke about. Frustrate them, frustrate them. Great work on the ground, though.
Subs.
By, I think it's Yolaine Yenga that went in, and then the steal coming from the Fijians. Scramble D from France is so good. Frustration from the Fijians because they really thought they had something on.
Ladies,
there was
here,
acres of space. Serafina Kemba had come in to make the tackle on the inside, and there was an overlap on the outside, and the one pass is really not going to hand at all.
I'm going to put time on.
And all of that means
time on,
that Nathan will feed a French scrum just 5 meters out, and look at the strike weapons at her disposal. Montserrat Amadi fresh onto the park. She's got Lily Dezou, the teenage sensation, and of course, a woman who needs no introduction, Okemba lurking out wide. But Nathan says, you know what, I've got all of you available to me, that is fine, but I'm the squad skipper for the season, and I think I'm going to have this one.
Oh, that is classic 9-play, heads-up rugby. Carla Neeson, so opportunistic. She's been the whole weekend. Feeds it, looks up, fakes to the pass, and then just shifts off a mark ever so slightly, the Fijian defenders. Look at that, waits long enough, and then steps back on the inside. Looks like it was Naimasi that just went away.
Time off.
Neeson's so good.
Shannon Azar makes it a full 7-pointer. So the gap grows further with 2 minutes remaining.
Time back on.
And that woman there who has not been backwards in coming forwards about their ambitions in July. They want to win gold in front of a home crowd at an Olympic Games, she has said. They might have to settle for a bronze here in Singapore, but make no mistake, Les Bleus are building.
Dirty gold is good.
Dirty gold. Fabulous reactions there from Izar, who pounces first on the loose ball.
Offside.
France deemed offside. Fiji will look to go quickly, they have to. Clock's against them. Through the midfield now. Merula Turuzzi has come to join us. Flying from the line was Alicia Christian for France. And again, passes just not sticking. They've dropped a level or two, Fiji, in this crunch match. Back in their 22 where they have been all game long, and Luna Riviere does really well to flirt with the touchline, throw off a Fijian, and then set off with an absolute head of steam, make the offload. There comes the knock on. It was almost brilliant, but the territorial management by France remains sublime.
Yeah, they really just have decided to pin the Fijians back and keep them there.
It's gone white. Knock on.
Really look at the hard work from the youngster. Riviere chucks off the defenders. 1, 2, 3, 4, and getting the offload away. Just looked like there might have been a Fijian arm involved in that offload, not giving that ball enough power.
Coach!
Well, Mere Navue will still be thinking about the fend that she just received, but she's straight back on defence mode. As Fiji look to exit. Up and cleanly and away. And it's Amadi making the tackle. Fiji just cannot get themselves out of their 22 right now, and that's not going to help. Christian with a thunderous shot. France with the penalty. Izar goes quickly. So many options to her right. Pickham, Dezou dancing in field. Eventually hauled to turf, but they reload, they go again. Oh, just look at the footwork there. Here goes Luna Riviere. France will have another. France will finish third.
They just came up with another energy. Did France in this third match playoff. Luna Riviere, she's been involved in so much. Breathers as well. Working so hard. Hard work off the ball. The fake to the inside. Always in support. Noël Riviere. France will be proud of the way that they came out. Day 2 looked like they were slagging ever so slightly. Day 3 came out shots firing, not getting their way in that semi-final. But to walk away with dirty gold, got to be proud of that.
No Joanna Gurise, no Caroline Drouin, no Anne-Cécile Sirfani, no problem. France have finished third in what we promised. There's a bit of a battle of the entertainers. We promised you fireworks and sparklers and razzmatazz, and actually it was a tactician at the helm of a French battleship that got the job done. They marshalled things brilliantly, and their captain is with Ricky Swanell.